When Millennium asked if I wanted to work with them again, this time doing a stamp for the popular mortar disc, I had to say yes. So this video will document how we developed the stamp from the very beginning, the concept phase, and took it all the way through to the final polished piece that's going to be stamped onto the disc. So let's jump into the video and see how I got from point A to point B. So here I'm starting to do several concepts. I think I did maybe 10 concepts overall, and I spoke about this in a previous video, but you got to do a bunch of concepts. People want to see choices, and not every concept is going to be gold. For this concept, what we came up with was a bomb that was also a bird, like a birdie bomb, dropping bombs out of the sky. So to execute the birdie bomb theme, I used World War II fuselage art as my guide. World War II planes were famous for painting faces and birds and women and stuff like that on the fuselage, and I think it's really cool. I grew up around airplanes on army bases and stuff like that. So it was kind of a natural fit for me to try and put that onto a bomb. Plus it makes the bomb more fun and less serious. And so what I ended up doing was I went into my 3D program and drew a 3D bomb, and I also drew a 3D basket, because I have an issue. I'm not the best at making believable perspective on machines, things that need to look regular, even, symmetric, stuff like that. I know where my strengths are, I know where my weaknesses are. I knew in order for me to create a believable bomb that was receding into space, I was going to have to model it in a 3D program. So I modeled it in 3D program, brought it over, and now we're doing the final inking. Again, one of my weaknesses, I've never been a big background drawer. Like mountains, scenery, environment, stuff like that, that's never really been my thing. So I actually had to learn a few new skills, and I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. I really like the mountains. Right now what I'm doing is I'm putting in the cross hatching to indicate shadows, and one thing I want to note is that I put them all on the exact same axis as the travel path for the bomb to help force the idea that there's movement from the upper right of the composition down to the lower left of the composition. Everything is pointing through the bomb right towards the basket. The lines lead you from the tail of the mortar bomb all the way down to the basket. And then the basic composition is three things. It's a triangle. It's the bomb, then the basket, then the Hyzerbomb logo. And I'm hoping they are registered in that order: bomb, basket, Hyzerbomb logo. One other thing of note, I said that I was inspired by the fuselage art, which is a 2D painting, but the face on the bomb looks more 3D. And I did that because if it were 2D, because the bomb curves away from the camera as it's receding back into space, you would lose the line art on the front of the bomb, which is where like the teeth and the beak would be. So I had to make it kind of a 3D face, still kind of fuselage art styled, but I had to make it 3D so that you didn't lose those lines on the front of the bomb. Take that into Illustrator, vector it. Actually, in Illustrator, I lightened up the line weight for the mountains in the background because they were a little too dark, and they needed to be lighter so that they kind of receded back into the distance and didn't compete with the foreground for attention. And there you go, that looks like the last of it. I enjoyed making this design. I hope you like the final result. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope to see you next time.